Well, Ato Forson, the minority leader, is addressing a press conference. Let's listen in.
We noticed that they failed to show up. This morning, at about 7 o'clock, we showed up at the business committee meeting on the 6th floor, only to notice that the NPP members of the committee once again failed to show up at the business committee. I personally called the committee clerk and I was informed that she is out of the jurisdiction and no one has reached out to him, to her, to program the business of the day. I was worried and reached out also to the NPP side and to have an indication as to what their plan is. No one responded. I am deeply worried and deeply concerned that the very people that requested for Parliament to be recalled failed to show up. Clearly, what we are seeing here is an abuse of the Constitution and the standing orders of Ghana's Parliament. The NPP Minority Caucus have indeed caused financial loss to the state and to us, the NDC members of Parliament, and to the people of Ghana. We say this because these recalls cost Ghana money. This is not the first time that they have done this. They've done this a couple of times, but we see nothing than disrespect. We call on the people of Ghana to see the behavior of the NPP and punish them accordingly. They have certainly, everything shows that the NPP are tired, they are fed up, and they are not ready to work for the people. They are ready for the people. They are bereft of ideas and they are short of vision. They cannot solve the suffering of the people. All what they do out there during campaigns, in spite of the hardship, is to sing and dance Osisifia. That's all what they do. In times like this, when the ordinary Ghanaian is struggling to survive, they are dancing and singing Osisifia and sharing money. We want Ghanaians to see them as such and vote against them and sack them. Because clearly, you can see, we have over 100 NDC MPs here today out of the 137, and we are determined to do what is right. But colleagues, let me make this point to the people of Ghana. Let no one deceive you that the NDC is here to obstruct the people's business. No. We are rather here to work for the people of Ghana. We see this as a call to duty. We turn up in our numbers to do what we have to do, only to find out that the very group of people that called us to consider government business, they have no business. So the truth out there is that there is no urgent government business. There is no urgent government business, and the government has no business. They have given up, they've checked out, and they want the election to be done as soon as possible so that they can leave office. Fellow Ghanaians, let's vote against this incompetent government and have our country back. Thank you.
Well, there you have on your screens there Dr. Ato Forson, the leader of the NDC caucus in Parliament, clearly backing the Speaker's ruling. Now, the Speaker has adjourned sitting indefinitely. Kweku Asante is live on the grounds. We have news that the NPP caucus in Parliament would be addressing the media shortly. Earlier, we saw Atachan walk into the chamber and he walked out. He's an NPP member of Parliament. Kweku Asante is on the ground. Kweku, what's happening?
Public resources coming in and going out, emergencies, and you're not sitting.
Well, I disagree with the Chief Justice. There is no crisis. We are dealing with a group in Parliament which is refusing to meet its obligation to the people of Ghana. If only they had shown up, government business and the business in the interest of the people of Ghana would have been undertaken. So it is not a crisis. The NPP minority in Parliament is simply playing truancy, refusing to show up for work and seeking to create the impression amongst Ghanaians that something is wrong. Nothing is wrong with this Parliament. We are here and prepared to work. If they truly have any agent government business, they ought to show up. Is it not an irony that the very same group of people who petitioned the Speaker to recall Parliament failed to show up, Ghanaians ought to punish the MPP for this disservice that they are doing to us at the December polls. It's as simple as that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Clement Apaki. Here there are some NDC MPs. They are the only ones who have shown up so far at the Justice 100, at the makeshift Chamber of Parliament. Let me speak briefly to MP for Chifu Amokwa. Honourable, you've shown up today. Your colleagues on the other side haven't shown up. The sitting has been adjourned indefinitely again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame, you know, and it's a financial loss that these guys are causing the country, and they're just trying to punish the good people of Ghana. I mean, you don't petition Mr. Speaker to recall Parliament, and then you sit at home and at your comfort zones and never show up. And this is really a very disturbing situation. The MPP is just bent on destroying this country finally and making sure that we do not have Parliament and we do not have our constitution working properly. Maybe, because they went to court to adjourn Mr. Speaker's information to us in Parliament, maybe they are afraid that now that they are in the minority, if they come and sit at the minority position, they might be, you know, if you like, in contempt of their own court, decisions that they might have, you know, made or gone to, and that is why they are not coming to Parliament. But that is causing financial loss to the state, and it's a very serious thing that everybody must watch out for them. Ghanaians must vote against them. They are out of idea, they are tired, and they must go home. That's what we are supposed to do.
Right, thank you very much. So you've been hearing from a couple of NDC MPs who believe that what is going on is causing financial loss to the state. They do not believe that it is right for the NPP MPs to actually request emergency sittings of the House and actually not speak. Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim is the Deputy Whip. I don't know if I should call you Deputy Majority Whip. That's what you think you are. I mean, your colleagues invited all of you. They requested emergency sitting and haven't showed up. We understand they will speak to journalists pretty briefly. But you are a leader. You get to know what is going on. What is going on? Why do you think your colleagues didn't show up today?
In the first place, let me say I'm very disappointed in the leadership of the MPP caucus. Simply because where we are now, you have recalled us that there's an urgent business that we have to come and attend to. So in the morning, we were expecting that, yesterday, we were expecting that there will be a meeting, a notice for a business committee meeting. The chairman of the business committee is the MPP leader, and that is Honorable Afenyo Makin. He failed to convey or send notices for the business committee meeting. So the business committee was supposed to sit and program the activities of business that were supposed to be done here, not knowing that he had planned not to come to the chamber. And because of that, he failed to organize the business committee. So when we came, we don't chair the business committee. We don't convene the business committee. So we didn't know why we were called. And we didn't know, you said it's an emergency. You have business to be transacted. Then you have to call the business committee. Then the business committee will program the activities on daily basis that will do this and do this and do. So you will come and present the report on the floor that this is the businesses for the House to be done. All of you yourself, you fail to appear in the House. Secondly, it looks as if they are fooling we in the NDC, because they will go and trigger a recall. This is the third time they've triggered a recall that we have come and nothing has been done. And this, we cannot be causing financial loss to the state. Critically, we have 1 month to elections. So even if they had come today, we could have only transacted business for 2 weeks. Then we go and campaign for 2 weeks to the elections. Now that you have not come, we have to go and continue.
What if they trigger a recall again in today? They send a memo and the Speaker has to comply.
You see, where we are now, it calls for sober reflection and dialogue. And I've been saying it, parliamentary practice and procedure is a different field on itself. Did you hear what the Speaker said? That you've triggered a constitutional provision for recall. I've recalled and you are not here. Therefore, I'm adjourning the House.
Why didn't the Speaker adjourn to tomorrow or the next day so that at least you can dialogue with your colleagues and come back?
That's why I say it calls for sober reflection. Where we are now, what is the essence of alternative dispute resolution? Is there not a law backing it? What is the essence for arbitration? Is there not a law backing it? Why did the adversarial court choose to bring laws regarding compulsory arbitration and all those kind? They did it simply because they know there are certain issues you cannot use adversarial court to operate. You can force the horse to the riverside, but you must know how to make the horse to drink. And that is why where we are, it calls for wisdom. It calls for leadership who will think of reaching out to the people. This is not the time for us to be fighting. So that's why they've recalled. We have not annoyed. This is the third recall that they have done. We have come. Why is that they themselves have failed to come? And leave today. Why is that they didn't issue a notice for business committee yesterday? So what are we coming to do? Are we keys? Parliamentary business must be taken serious. What is under contention that we are talking, they go to Supreme Court, is not who is in charge of government business. You are still in charge of government business. So come and lead government business. That's where we are now.
Thank you very much. Honorable.